When visiting Switzerland, most people's itinerary looks something like this. Or like this. And that's great. These are some nice places. But Switzerland's actually quite diverse, and there's so many worthwhile places to see. There are 4 national languages, and each area has a distinct look and feel. So if you're just breezing in for a few days to hit a couple of hot spots, you're really missing out. In fact, one of the most beautiful places on Earth is in the Italian-speaking southern area of Switzerland. It's a town called Lugano, and while its technically closest airport is Milan, you can still get to it easily from Zurich or other areas in Switzerland. Lugano has the style, food, architecture, and Mediterranean vibes of Italy, while also enjoying Swiss functionality, cleanliness, and punctuality of transport. People here actually pay their taxes, so things work. In fact, it's the 3rd largest banking city in Switzerland, and there are many local and international companies based here, so it's not a tourist trap, it's a real place where people live. But what makes it so special is that it sits on one of the largest lakes in Switzerland, Lake Lugano, a gorgeous blue glacial lake on the border between Switzerland and northern Italy. And besides this beautiful lake, which is great for swimming and boating, what makes it even more gorgeous are the surrounding mountains. In the distance, you can even see the peaks of the Italian Alps. And a bit later in this video, I will take you up Mount Bray, one of the most beautiful local mountains. But first, let's talk about accommodations. Where should you stay? If it's a special occasion or you want to splash out, stay at this 5-star resort called Grand Hotel Villa Castagnola. It faces the lake and you can even park your Bentley nearby. Or, if you aren't trying to impress anyone, there is a really well-located option called Hotel Federale. It's near the train station and Old Town, so it's perfect if you arrive without a car and don't want to get lost. And who needs a Bentley anyway when you have Swiss trains? Now put on those Prada sunglasses, because it's time to explore the town. There are sweeping panoramas to admire, and there are rarely any pickpockets trying to vandalize you, so you don't have to worry about that. There's also no one trying to hustle you or sell you tours. Your only frustration on this trip might be, in fact, trying to choose where to eat. This place is a great option for lunch or for coffee and a sweet snack. They even have a decadent lunch offer for only 30 Swiss francs. It's very stylish inside, and you get an amaretto after your meal. Yum! After lunch, of course, you'll want to do some more strolling, people watching, and shopping. Everything is accessible here, and it's permeated by a friendly feeling. The locals all seem to know one another and stop to chat. And everybody comes to the local market. It's the place to be. The other main epicenter of the town is the lake. Most social activities tend to end up here. And for good reason. It's absolutely beautiful. Whether you're on a Tinder date, getting to know someone, oh, they look happy, or you're a businessman smoking a cigarette while on a work call. And of course, if you have an Instagram account, now is the time to make everyone jealous with your photos. Another tip for a drink or dinner later is La Lancetta. Look at this place, it's bellissima. You can't find this in Grindelwald. And do they even have Aperol Spritz in Interlaken? Anyway, enjoy your evening, but don't stay up too late. Tomorrow we're taking a boat ride and a hike. Buongiorno! Are you ready to get out on the water? Today we're taking a boat ride to a little town called Gandria, then doing a steep 1.5-hour hike. You can check the boat schedule ahead of time online, then just buy tickets at the dock. The boat stops at a bunch of little towns along the lake, and there's something so peaceful about this trip. It's one of those times when you forget about all your work emails and the hassles of the real world. Soon we're pulling into our destination, which is the very small town of Gandria. Ah, so pretty. There's a little bar restaurant with a drop-dead gorgeous view if you need some fuel. Then it's time to put on your hiking boots, because here we go. Don't even think about wearing just sandals or running shoes though. It gets quite steep and scary in places. Not here, but a little bit ahead. Along the way, you'll be rewarded with beautiful views like this. Who lives here? Do they ever get depressed? Also, views like this, once you're higher up. But keep going. Don't stop. You're almost there, I promise. And you made it. Here you are at the top of Mount Bray. From this vantage point, you can see Monte Bronzone, Monte di Pizzone, Monte Grona, Monte Lignone, and some others. And I didn't mention this before, but yes, there is an easier way up. You can take a very cute little funiculare to the top. This route was originally constructed by engineers in the early 1900s. But don't worry, they were Swiss and they knew what they were doing. So here you are at the same place at the top without the hike, but you can still walk down the way the funicular comes up and actually catch it halfway down. This gives you a chance to admire the beautiful palazzos on the side of the mountain and enjoy some more fresh air. So aren't you glad you made time to come to Lugano? This is truly a bucket list destination. And your experience in Switzerland will be a little bit more complete and more diverse, with memories from an Italian-style paradise, while never even having to cross the border. Allora, buon viaggio e ci vediamo!